Hello there and welcome back to the lovely Anne-Marie. I don't know if you've met Anne-Marie before, but you will know her, I am sure, because we've worked together in a previous life.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of your followers come from. But for anybody that's brand new to Anne-Marie and Anne-Marie Designs, well, the floor is yours. Introduce yourself.
Well, Anne-Marie Designs, has been going in business, I think, for like 20 years now, I think.
Really?
Yes, pretty much. So yes, well, I started out as a designer of card templates.
Yeah, I remember.
Years ago. Actually, long time ago. I think that's the product that we brought on the TV for the first time, but obviously in a CD format.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
and then
right. Yes,
that's right. So my first TV product was the CD.
Yes.
But shapes nevertheless. So the shapes, designs keep following me, but in a different sort of form.
Different way. Well, things evolve, don't they?
Absolutely.
Change.
Things evolve and we evolve with them. We have to find a way to adjust and absolutely accommodate the changes.
But
today
the thread running through is you and your creativity and your ideas.
Yes.
That's where everything comes from.
That's
isn't
what
it?
drives me.
Yeah.
Honestly, Hayley. But yeah, I love shapes. I love new. I love pretty.
Yes.
And
then we've got it all.
Yeah. Then we got it all. But yeah. So these days, obviously, we bring to you selection of dies.
Absolutely.
Cardstock as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, dies are essential now for all our card making.
Absolutely.
So I love doing it. And of course, it's great to still carry on crafting.
Love it.
So it's amazing. So
Well, this is it.
great
And
to be
you
here.
will have seen Anne-Marie at many of the shows around the country as well, because you do all the different shows, don't you?
Yeah, well, I don't do them anymore.
Oh, do you not?
Yeah, no. But yes, years ago.
People will have seen you there.
Yeah, just on a weekly basis.
Absolutely. Now, let me introduce you to what we are going to see. These are brilliant. Now, I will let you know that everything that we're going to be mentioning about and covering, not only during this show, but obviously you've got another show coming up as well today, it's all there on the website. So it's a brand new brand that's been added to our brand section. So you can jump ahead and have a little look. All the prices that we're sharing with you, you will see they drop down. Now, if you are a follower of Anne-Marie Designs and you've not shopped with us here at Hobby Maker, it's a little bit different to other places you may have shopped at. I mentioned that the prices are dropping down. Now, you could be adding these to your basket and indeed checking your basket out at the prices that you're seeing on your screen. If the price drops down, though, you will take advantage of that along with everybody else. So it's not worth waiting, because if you wait, you can miss out on some of these things. So even if you're shopping and you're checking out at full price, you will still pay that lowest price along with everybody else. Also as well, our post and packing works slightly different to other places. 1p&p for the whole of the day. Doesn't matter whether it's different brands.
That's a brilliant idea, I think, honestly.
When we've got so many live shows, so much creative gorgeousness, you can add it all in and just pay that 1p&p, £4.97. But I must show you this collection, and this is such a brilliant idea. We've got a lovely set of dies for you. Now, have I got them here? No, I haven't got them here. So Jimmy's going to show you them on the camera here. So this is a trio. So you've got a large die at the top, which I am very intrigued about.
Yes.
So that is your weaving plate.
Yes, a weaving plate. And the weaving plate, and I do have a sample, so I can talk about it, having a sample right in front of me in a moment. But yeah, the weaving plate essentially die cuts your cardstock, into strips.
Right.
In the middle of each strip, you're getting a really lovely stitched effect.
Beautiful.
Now, that obviously makes a difference, really, because obviously that's extra dimension, and we can do so much with it. Now, the way I designed this particular plate is I wanted my actual blank card to have the weaving effect.
So it's not something that's stuck on the front of a card?
No.
It's the actual card?
Even though you can do that as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, the obviously two sides, and I will talk later how you position your die in your machine in order for you to die cut your blank card and so on.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Well, no, it seems obvious, obviously, but obviously it's a long piece of card. Let's say we're using 8x8 or A5 and so on, and some of it obviously will be sticking out. But obviously, if you, how can I explain it? If you don't want, let's say indentation at the back of your blank card, you position it at the end of your machine.
Ah, Okay, you're going to show us all of this.
Well, I will explain as much as I can because I haven't got the machine here, but obviously when we come to the weaving technique, I will tell you about it. But that's what the plate does. Okay, so I wanted that. That's it. I seriously wanted it, Hayley, on my actual blank card. Okay,
I think that's a brilliant idea.
I've got it. Okay, so I wanted my blank card to be this really different. Okay,
very different.
Okay, part of my blank card,
Love
which
it.
when you look at it, you see, oh gosh, it's like it feels
a
thicker.
idea, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
And it just is more interesting. Yeah, we've always said flat,
yes.
and then we bring other things
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Well, I wanted to spin things about a little
Love
bit,
it.
and that's what originally I obviously thought. Well, I want a blank card, but that's what I'm saying. If you wanted to do, let's say, basket weaving, okay, for Easter,
yes, of course,
or things like that, or little panels and things like that, well, there's no stopping you. Of course, there's no stopping you because you absolutely can.
I love the different finished samples, really showing off that display of that basket weave that you've got. It's not just the basket weave dye, it's a nature weave collection that you've got. So you're actually going to get 3 different dyes. The big one that we've just been learning about, but then some additional beautiful elements. Your dyes are so exquisite with the detail and the delicacy of them. They look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. That's because I like delicacy.
You do, you do, you do. You're very glamorous and delicate. Everything's perfect.
Well, thank you, Hayley. Thank you. But yeah, well, the weed sprigs obviously are very delicate. So we've got the actual, hopefully, obviously, I gave the nature justice, obviously, and we've got the middle part, and then we've obviously got the hairy bit sticking out, obviously, and of course, in 2 different sizes. So not only, well, obviously you have essentially 4 wheat sprigs that you die cut, which you can separate. But you know, it's like I am also a bit of a speedy crafter.
Okay.
I like to have 2 twigs as opposed to just 1 and die cut again for another one and another one for, you know. So if you want to use 2 in a cluster of 2, of course you can. But obviously some of my samples will actually, like this one we just looked at, they're showing you that you could separate them.
Depends
and that
on
way,
the fullness,
absolutely. And then you can bring, of course, the smaller, the same wheat sprig, but smaller. And then there's additional ones. So it's obviously like the one that hasn't bloomed yet.
Yes, yeah, that's in the different stages. The florals as well, these are gorgeous. I mean, that gorgeous lace-like detail that you've got in the centre of them, absolutely beautiful. I will warn you guys, we are very, very busy. Now, the price on your screen is there. 2 payments if you're wanting to split the cost, you can do. £24.99. Again, if you are new to shopping with us here at Hobby Maker, there's no additional fees for that. There's no additional interest. You simply choose that as you come to check your basket out, and that's whether you're shopping on the website or speaking to our call operators. But I don't know about you guys, but I certainly want to know how this weave comes together. So let's have a little look at that. And I must say, we have had so many fabulous messages coming through already. We will mention some of them, but obviously we want to get into the demo and see. But
Hayley, we haven't mentioned the scalloped flower.
Within that set?
Yes, in that set.
Oh, that's the one that I thought. I didn't realise it was called a scalloped flower, but the lacy detail in the centre.
Yeah, it is. So that's the scalloped flower, and that's the 3rd dye in that set. And to be honest with you, it's absolutely amazing.
I love it.
Okay, because really, I mean, I had some flowers left here from my demo that I did, demo video that I did for YouTube. And I actually have a video on this particular set only where I made 30 flowers.
Wow.
30 different flowers.
Different flowers, my goodness.
Well, yeah, and this is what I find absolutely amazing because really, when I actually designed the flower, you know, I wanted a sort of, you know, versatility, but obviously different options. But gosh, did you
surprise yourself?
I surprised myself. So when I started actually crafting with the physical metal die, you think, wow, there's just not stopping you. There is like
If you weren't you, would you buy that die?
Yeah. Oh gosh. I mean, yes. I mean, I'm being biased, of course, but yes.
But that's a good indication that if you saw it, you think that I would buy that wherever. Yeah.
And I think in the first demo that we will be doing, I will actually give you the less obvious flower as my demonstration, so you could see actually, wow. Well, hopefully, wow.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
But because obviously we have a 5-petal flower, so that's a bit an obvious thing. But we will talk obviously about the flower as well, and you will see different possibilities.
I must mention the bundle as it is. Lots of you shopping for that. I can see lots of you adding it to your basket. Don't forget, you need to check your basket out in order to make sure you're getting hold of this. Brilliant price of $49.99 for all 3 of the different dies that we've just put together, as you can see there, as a bundle. They are available individually, but individually they are flying out and the stock is diminishing even speedier. So please do go onto the website and look for those. I might give you the details later, but I don't want to kind of pull away from the demo any more than I already have done. So let's get into chatting about the weave and how the weave comes in. And thank you for your messages. They'll continue to pop up on the screen. Please forgive me for not mentioning them or reading them out, but I don't want to distract from what Anne-Marie is doing, but you'll see them all later.
Thank you.
So,
So I'm putting my flowers aside because
put them in a safe place.
Yes, the choices are just like, and even for me, I was like thinking, which one shall I demo? But anyway, let's talk about obviously.
So the weave die. Now this die is designed to actually cut from your card base. That's the first thing that we've established with this. So you could use it for mats and layers, but the reason that Anne-Marie wanted to design this in the way she has, because she wanted it to be part of your card base. And of course, the beauty is you'll get it on both sides, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me just explain the first part. Okay. So on this plate, you've got 4 edges, but the opposite edges, like this one and this one.
Can I just pop that just in the centre, just so you can see? So from that side and this side, Yeah,
so this one and this one cuts your card for you.
Oh, there's a solid line.
Right,
yes.
exactly.
Okay,
And these 2, which means this one and this one, doesn't.
Okay.
Right. So these 2 obviously enable you to position so let's position your plate in your die cutting machine. Okay, and I do have a Gemini machine, so obviously a lot of customers are familiar with that. So obviously, let's say that this cutting mat is my machine.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And my machine is obviously here.
Do you want a Gemini machine? Would it help if you had one here?
Well, we can obviously. I mean, I can do it again at 8 o'clock.
That's a good idea.
I can do it again. But the bottom line, if someone obviously won't be obviously watching it at 8 o'clock, I just wanted to say that if this is not only the machine but the plates that you put through the machine, that's right. Okay, this die will go to the bottom edge of your plate.
Right. So
make sense?
So you've got your A4 area, but you're only filling the bit that's closest to you.
That's right.
Right. I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's right. And it seems obviously like, oh gosh, why? But then you've got your blank card, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is the secret where you actually, I like the weaving skew weave.
Okay.
However, let's not forget that we can have it weaving straight.
Okay.
Because look, most cards will align between the cutting element.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So even if you have, let's say, 6 inch, card.
It will still sit within the lines.
Within the cutting line.
Yeah.
Okay, and 8 by 8 and so on, 7 by 7. So basically, if you wanted a straight, okay, you just pop it like so. One thing you have to align, let me bring the die forward. So how far on your blank card, this is a scored line, how far on your blank card you want the weaving to begin from?
So there's a certain kind of area that's untouched.
That's right, exactly. So obviously, this way you would go really very close to your scored line. But you are the judge, so you decide how far you want it. So if you want it halfway on your blank card, you begin here.
Yes.
Okay? If you want it obviously here, you begin here and so on.
Clever.
Right. But also the beauty, and the reason why this die is so large, because it actually accommodates every size blank card. And I'm going to show you, actually, I mean, obviously you could see on my samples, and I've used from 6 inch to 6 inch square to 5 by 7, A5, and 7 inch and 8 inch. You could see that basically it works. And that's why the plate had to be large, as big as you physically can pop it through your machine. Now, but I like it to be skew with. Okay. So that's also, very, very good. So, because again, you've got, the plate is your room, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And of course, the larger or wider the blank card, well, obviously less possibilities you have, okay? But anything smaller, is giving you that option, So skew with. So let's say you would go from cutting to cutting, and obviously cutting and so on. But in case like this, obviously, where the cutting line is running here, it will come here. So this little element will be...
That will just fall away.
Exactly, okay? So you could do the planning, obviously, as you want, obviously a little bit skew with, more skew with. But obviously, the idea is that you obviously decide how skew if you want to go. So let me just show you.
So on that one, so you kind of sacrifice a little tiny edge of your
Yeah,
cardstock.
but when we do the weaving and when we get to the edge here, we can actually fill in the gap if we wanted to.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
let me just show you some samples, because depending where you position your plate, you won't get the same effect. So this one is slightly skew with, and this one obviously will allow me to weave through as well. And this is the 8 by 8.
And that's where you can see that you only brought the die down so far. So
that's right.
That band is untouched,
that's
keeping
right.
everything secure.
That's
okay, right.
Okay, so this is my 7 by 7, okay? And I've got similar concept here, right?
Yeah.
7 by 7. And then we have obviously 5 by 7. Then we have A5, and I exactly, and I love A5s obviously, because you get the most out of your weaving effect, I feel. However, you know, that's why I brought all of them with me, to show everybody obviously that they do work.
And I love the way that not only have you got the cut area, but you've got that gorgeous embossed detail there.
Yes, exactly. And that way, Hayley, you also, okay, let's not forget, I kept most of my samples, let's say, clean, okay, but there are a few samples where I actually use the ink pad.
Yes.
So there's a 1 5 by 7 that obviously you could see for yourself how amazing the colouring looks on this weaving effect. So we obviously can talk about more samples later, but
we will.
It really is fantastic.
I love that
idea.
Don't forget, that's just one of those 3 dies that you've got within that particular set.
Yeah.
So with the actual dies, you've got the larger die, which I haven't got. Oh, here you go. They are. Magically, they have appeared before me. So you've got your 3 dies. So you've got your weaving die. So the only thing I'm guessing with this one is you need to make sure that your card that you're retaining is hanging over that horizontal edge. So you just bear that in mind, because the top edge and the bottom edge are your cutting lines, as in the rest of those horizontal lines that you've got there. So £23.99 is the price of this die on its own. Oh no, it isn't. We are celebrating Anne-Marie Design's arrival here at Hobby Maker, so it's just £19.99. That has been a popular one by itself. Then of course you've got your additional detail. So you've got your wheat sprigs, and these are lovely because you've got them in a variety of different configurations. So you can see they're small as well as large, featuring in there as well. If you want to shop for this one, rather than your £16.99, we have a cheeky little discounted price for you of just £14.99. So you've got them in a variety of different configurations, and of course the snippability of these, you don't need me to tell you just how versatile they are going to be. So that is the second die. They're all within the bundle, but if you want to shop for them individually, well, you want extras. You might want an extra set of the twigs so as you can cut them multiple times, mightn't you? And then these beautiful florals. These are absolutely exquisite. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I
These
know.
are beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, really full of versatility, this set.
Absolutely.
Because obviously, ultimately, you are nesting them. And when we talk about, let's say, okay, so we've got 3 parts, and let me just very quickly show you so that physically. I have this scalloped, okay, largest layer, if you like.
You can do it on the overhead if that helps.
There you go. So this one is the scalloped. Then I have my
like the inner layer.
the inner one, okay, and then I have the ornate.
Wow.
The ornate is very obviously ornate, so it's very delicate. So when you die cut and you then come to remove the ornate effect, you have to be, you know, very careful. But so this is literally your layer. So let's say basic flower would be obviously individual layer, right?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, but if you wanted to take the base, and if you wanted to take the ornate layer and bring it into the base, you would get something like this, which in effect, look at it, that's my flower here.
Wow. So that's kind of got a wider border because you've missed out one of the dies.
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so if then you wanted to do the same,
but with a straight edge.
The straight edge, obviously my ornate element is fitting in perfectly.
Perfect.
So then you would end up with the flower like this.
Beautiful.
Okay? And of course, every time you use the ornate, you will have the center not only giving you the background, if you know what I mean, which is something like ornate, delicate like this, but also your ornate center, the stamens or anything like that.
Okay.
But, okay, I mean, literally loads of possibilities.
You can see where you've got 30 different flowers.
Seriously,
so many
Hayley.
different combinations.
And I'm sure there is more, seriously. But obviously, this, if you die cut like this, okay, not only, so we are nesting our layers. Not only right? You're getting your solid flower. However, you could do it like this anyway, okay? And you add the ornate. But let's say you wanted a solid flower, okay?
Yeah.
Not only you have your solid flower, but then ultimately you're going to have a frame.
Yes,
Right,
of
so you're going to
course,
have a frame. So then, for example, that's one of the flowers with the frame, but of course, you have another flower, the same color frame here.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, then you have less intricate, so it's the same flower here. Then, well, not the same, different, but you know what I mean.
Oh, look
okay,
at
then you
that
have a very busy flower like so. If you're making just a flower using the nested, the frame, you're getting a flower like this.
Loads of combinations.
And on my samples, there's obviously different flowers as well. So honestly, it's a ton. I mean, of possibilities,
surface,
really. Yes.
I can imagine when you get your hands on these.
Yes, actually in this demo, I will be showing you the actual less obvious versions of creating flowers as well. Okay. So that's very exciting. So
I love it.
Brilliant.
So
yeah.
all three of those dies, we've gone through them individually now. You can shop for them individually, but the way that the majority of you are shopping for them is to go for all three to set together. Now, of course, we were eagerly anticipating the arrival of these, so we knew it was going to be a popular one. We knew that you would want to be shopping for these, so we've got good quantities in these. Brand new launch, not seen anywhere before on Shopping TV, and it's your first chance to shop for these with us here at Hobby Maker. We've got a welcome price of £49.99, 2 split pays on this one, and it has been flying out. What was the update, sorry, Ellie? Heading towards half of all that stock. Wow. My goodness, this is. We better get into how we weave.
It's a lovely set. I mean, the weaving plate is definitely different, and I think once you, just a few little things that I need to point out, because it's a tight plate when you're die cutting, obviously once you remove your blank card or even A4 card if you're doing something else, okay, just make sure that all these strips are separated, okay, because they can be tight, okay, that's all.
Okay.
All right, so there you go, they're all separated, and the same thing goes for my additional strips, okay.
So when it comes to doing your additional strips, you can see these are smaller pieces than the card itself.
That's right. So basically, I'm just removing them like so.
So that could be scrap card.
Scrap card.
Okay.
Well, we need them, Hayley.
No, but things that you might have used on something else. Or
absolutely.
Say if you've got a strip left over from an A4 sheet that you cut down, keep it because you can turn it into your weaving strip.
That's why on my weaving, some of the samples have different color card, and one of them 3 different ones. I think this concept is well.
Just nudge that over, just so we can see exactly what you're doing. No, that's okay.
Yes, sorry.
You don't have to apologise.
I think this concept, actually, the weaving concept, would be great for men's cards, actually, because it's nature-like, but I don't know, it feels also suitable. Exactly.
Lovely.
Okay, so weaving is very simple, obviously. So everybody, I'm sure, will find a way of do the weaving themselves, how they like.
Under and over.
That's right. Okay. So.
And does it matter whether you're left-handed or right-handed, which side you start?
Well, I've never been left-handed.
But
no, I don't think it matters.
I figure that you can do it either way.
No, absolutely either way. And sometimes I do when I come to an end, and I will explain why when I come to an end and there is more card stock here. Only when you do the sort of skew with, okay? Yeah. But look, obviously at this point, as I separated my strips, I can quite easily go in and nice and easy, right? So that's my first strip seating.
And always a good idea to have your strips wider than your card base.
Absolutely. That's what I do because let's say, okay, ultimately we are making, and I will be talking as I'm making.
That's fine, carry on, yeah.
Okay, so, and now obviously we're changing the strips. So one in, one out.
So the first one went under and over, so this one's going over, then under. So it's alternating.
That's right, okay. So, I mean, we do so many basket weaving effects, and that's exactly what we do. Now, so obviously this one's going to be a little bit tighter, okay, as you can see. So, you know, all you need to do, the strips that are sitting on top, just lift them up a little bit, and that's it, okay?
Just budge it down.
That's it, and that's it. Okay.
And I'm guessing with this, you can have it as open or as tight as you like as well.
Right, this is a very good point, because in my, actually, no, it's actually, I also have a video where I color a loose weaving.
Okay.
So let's say you give yourself, I don't know, a ruler, or this particular strip as your ruler, as a guide, and you want, basically, this gap to be your guide as a loose weaving.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
You decide.
That's right. You can even go as down as here, or middle and base. You can do all you want, okay? And that's the beauty about it. But you know, if I am creating the tight weaving, okay, then I will push my
close down.
That's right. So it's coming
it's
up.
It's a very mindful way of crafting, I have to say.
Okay, look, I've actually missed it here. Okay, so let's go back. Let's focus. There you go. And
because you're doing everything in the same colour, that's where sometimes it's trickier to see where you've kind of, if you've woven it in correctly. If you've got a totally different colour strip, then it kind of stands out.
Yeah, I think at one point you will come to realise really, but you know, I think it's different when you're crafting by yourself in your own cosy, lovely craft room.
And you haven't got a TV presenter waffling on next to you.
Because Hayley, now I completely forgotten what I was going to say.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, because that's obviously, you know, but yeah, it's all fun, isn't it? That's what we do.
And the beauty is nothing is stuck in place at this point. So if you need to remove it for any reason, then you can do.
That's right.
Not an issue.
Exactly. And that actually is the beauty, because the only time that I will be using glue, it will be when I do come to the base. Okay? So all you do is enjoy pushing. I'm just obviously accommodating for this lovely little strip here, and then pushing up, pushing up.
Isn't that beautiful?
Make sure it's tight. Okay, and you just go. So, you know, every bit of that strip, if it's tight, you know you are done. Okay, so it's very, very straightforward, right?
I love this.
Yeah.
This is something that you could do while you sat with the family or watching a film or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely do some basket weavings, really, for Easter, because I just think, wow, it's going to be... And little trinkets, you know, little all sorts of things.
And all sorts of these. Lovely idea. Very, very popular set, I have to say. Lots of you going for the collection of all 10 of those dies. Very, very vulnerable is the Scalloped Flowers by itself. So if you're looking at getting hold of this one by itself, oh, we've got things coming in from all directions. So yeah, the Scalloped Flowers, details on your screen there. Once it's gone, the only way you can get hold of it is within the bundle, and we're not far off that point. So if that's something that you've got your heart set on, or you're wanting to get an extra set, because I can imagine people will go for the set of the 3, which we're looking at the moment, but want an extra set of the Scalloped Flowers, so you can kind of cut out twice as many in that time. So yeah, if that's your plan, you need to be quick.
Yes, I do that.
Yeah. But this is it. It makes sense if it's one of your favourites, I have to say. And I look at it, and you just kind of continue this process until you filled the area.
Yeah, okay. Everybody who's done some weaving in the past, obviously, will completely and utterly appreciate, obviously, the weaving process is very relaxing.
It is,
seriously.
yeah, it is.
Okay, and
quite repetitive, which is nice.
Yeah, and it's enjoyable. But I mean, Hayley, hopefully you begin to see that, wow, the background effect, it is pretty amazing, right?
It is incredible. Now, while you're doing that, I'm just wondering, because we've got quite a lot of other things to cover, is it all right if I just because you're just going to, don't go too far there.
I will go to the base
or anything. And we'll come back and see how that comes together. Perfect, thank you. So that's the kind of result that you could be getting. Isn't that beautiful? So you could be adding your inks after you've done your weave, or use different papers and things like that. But what about adding your decoration, adding your embellishments? Well, that is something that we see from Anna Marie Designs that are so, so beautiful. The variety of different dyes and finishing touches that she brings to us. Now, can you believe this die, $17.99, brilliant value for money. You're getting a lot of content in there. You're getting a lot of large dies in there. This one, sadly, we don't have a huge amount of these, but we are now looking at just $14.99. So absolutely brilliant value for money, beautiful die, and lots of you snapping that one up, your leaf adornments. So if you like, and look at that one. Now, this one's a bit of an unusual one. It kind of looks like it's got a bit of a spidery feel to it, but it's not.
Oh,
it's
but poinsettia statements. I mean, I love this die, and actually very easily you could bring it into this flower as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or any flower for that matter. Absolutely love it. It's very delicate. And to the side of your floral arrangements as well, because it's just
those little kind of fronds to extend.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. No, they're your dies. You know more about them than I do, so that's fine. I don't mind.
It looks a bit like a spider,
it does a little bit,
but no, it's amazing.
A little alien or something like that. At £12.99, very, very popular one, very affordable as well, and definitely one that you'll find yourself using probably on a daily basis, to be fair. Very useful. Next one that we've got for you, these are the lovely dragonflies. Very much in keeping with that kind of scalloped flower that we were looking at a few moments ago. I love that kind of scalloped edge that you've got to the edge of these. These are gorgeous.
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful. 10% of the stock has gone. You've got 3 different sizes featuring there as you can. I'm going to have to speed up because Anne-Marie's, honestly, she's like Billy Whiz doing this. She's nearly finished. Next set that we've got the dies to share with you is this one. And this is your happy birthday wreath. And just in amongst that gorgeous detail, you can see that you've got happy birthday that is featuring. You cannot believe the price of this, $13.99. 20% of the stock has gone. I'm glad that you're jumping on the website and going and having a little look before we come to them, because when we haven't got huge amounts of stock, you could quite easily miss out on some of these. This is brilliant value for money. You are getting so much within here. It's dotty bauble, but do you know what? Without those little bauble crowns in there, I wouldn't think of this being baubles at all. I would be thinking of it being a whole heap of circles.
Well, that's why, Hayley, I kept them separately, so it doesn't stop you from using, you know, potentially what I designed as a Christmas sort of die. Doesn't stop you using it throughout the year.
I think that's brilliant. Love that. Again, you've got that stitch detail, so maybe this is one that you're going to be using alongside your weaving die. Liking that one. Very, very popular. $14.99 if you're wanting to shop for that particular one. And then we've got some beautiful florals. This one is gorgeous. Love this. Can you imagine creating this with all your different pretty papers? Talking of which, we've got some amazing ones on the show. Dotty falls. I love this. You've kind of got foliage in there, like little dotty detail. Placement dots, maybe, if you've got things like gems or you're wanting to use your 3-dimensional adhesives. Loads of scope with regards to those. So that is a really pretty little die. Again, a very, very popular one. Lots of names popping up on our screen for multiple items. So I think we've got some fans in the house, so to say. And thank you for all those lovely messages you've been sending as well.
Thank you.
This is a nice one. This was a lovely spiral. This is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I love this one.
And again, you've got those little dots featuring in there as well.
Yes, and also this one is for you to add to your floral arrangements. And it works so well with the dotty bubble circles, but obviously you could trim it in a few places if you wanted to, so it's fantastic.
Love it. $14.99, so if you like the idea of that particular one, then the details are on your screen. And then the last one, which I think is perfect timing, is this one that we've got here. Oh, don't do anything else just yet. The last one I'm going to share with you is this one here, keeping that kind of little dotty detail with the pom-pom borders. 3 dies featuring in there, $17.99. Or is it $17.99? It's not. We're honouring that similar price with the others. $14.99 if you're wanting those. But we are now going to go back to the trio. So the trio is where you've got your weaving, those gorgeous scalloped flowers, and the wonderful little wheat elements that you've got with this one. All part of that nature theme with regards to this one. £49.99. How did that happen? We've jumped. Well, I know how it happens because you've ordered it. We've suddenly jumped to 65% of the stock having gone.
Well, I think...
Took our eye off the ball for the moment.
Well, no, thank you. Well, I can just show you the effect literally just now.
I love it.
It's not even finished.
So you've carried on from the point that we left you at.
That's right.
It hasn't taken you very long at all.
No, not at all. I mean, it is very relaxing for anyone who likes colouring and sort of like patient part of crafting, then I think you will really enjoy this effect.
So you've carried on weaving, and then you've got to the very end. So that last strip is just inside, and it's kind of a quirky angle. And you've left it like that because you're going to explain to us what you do.
That's right. It's only a quirky angle because I kind of chose to have one like that because it is interesting, isn't it? But obviously it's very advisable to actually secure, even if in few places, this base strip. So that's the only time you're going to use a little bit of glue. And of course, I have some pegs prepared here, which is obviously, you know, quite good here because I can crack on with the flower.
I love it.
Okay, and really, if you look at this particular base, all I need to do now is pop a little bit of glue behind this vertical strip.
So they were the ones that were cut into the card to start with, those vertical
That's
ones,
right.
weren't they? Yes.
You know, we're just making sure that that bottom base strip is going nowhere. And it probably wouldn't, Hayley. You know, anyway, But
it could be that you're making several of these to come back at a later stage.
That's right.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
Okay.
Good habit to get into.
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you wanted to, actually apply a little bit of glue on the other side of the strip as well, if you wanted to. Okay. But honestly, it's, well, it's your choice, but I don't do that.
I prefer this use of pegs rather than doing the laundry with them.
Yes, oh,
Rather craft
definitely.
with them.
Definitely. And we're just going to leave it for a second or two. That's all. And then when we do the flowers, we're going to actually start trimming. But my job is done, basically, with the weavings.
Perfect. Did you want to talk about the flowers next? And then we'll go back to that at a later stage?
Yes. So as obviously the base is drying, we can obviously put a flower together.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I will warn you, though, the flower is only now available within the bundle. It's sold out individually, but to be honest, most of you are going for the bundle anyway, so it makes sense. You have got your saving with that one anyway, and you have got your split pay. So there you go. The scallop flower is still available. You just need to shop with it within the bundle, and now 70% of the stock has gone. Over
honestly,
to you.
Hayley, the flower is so exciting, really, that it's hard for me to really decide which flower to make. So, okay, I do know that we can watch my video on YouTube, obviously, on 30 flowers, but...
So this is the thing, so you've already done some videos. You've done 30 flowers. Where will we find these? How do we access them?
Just on YouTube, looking for Anna Marie Designs, and then we come across, obviously, we come up, but then... It's Anna Marie Designs Creative Craft. Okay.
Lovely.
So if you want the full title. And yes, on this flower alone, there are 2 sort of time-lapse videos, but on this particular flower alone, it's like 30 flowers.
Wow.
The video is quite long, but you know, you can see clearly that you have so many possibilities.
It's a nice one to grab a cup of coffee and settle down and watch it. And
that's
then,
right.
Yeah, and
that's
then
right.
You can almost make little timestamps of the different points for the different flowers that you like the look of. Okay, so we've got the simple straight edge at the moment.
And I've got 2 slightly different shades of beige, and I've got obviously this lovely flower here. And I thought, what I can do, okay, I can actually show you 2 different flowers, and in my arrangement, I'm going to have 3 different flowers in beigey colours, and this cardstock comes from obviously cardstock we have here.
Yes, we've got it on the shelf.
Okay, so, gosh, sorry, my...
Are you not plugged in?
No.
Oh, I don't know if that plug works. Let me just, excuse me, Anne-Marie, scooting around. Can I just pass that through there?
Sorry.
Getting very personal, do apologise. Let's pop it in. No, I think that socket's not working. Hopefully that one. Have you got a light on it now?
No.
Okay, let's try that. Try that?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So in which case, because I'm going to need obviously a glue for that one, I'm going to show you a slightly different one. Okay. So basically what we have, you've got 5-petal flower, nice and easy. And I'm using a sushi stick. Yeah, chopstick, exactly. So all I'm doing is curving each petal to a side. Okay, so I'm going to do...
So going from the front over to the back.
Yeah.
Lovely. Don't forget, if you do want the papers, because obviously having the right weight of papers in order to manipulate them is key as well. So do shop for the papers that we've got available from Anne-Marie. So this one, is this the Blissful Roses?
This one is the canvas.
The canvas. So it's this one that's kind of there. There we go. That's this one, I think. So if you're wanting the look of this one, beautiful collection. It's got a lovely kind of, almost like a, well, it would make sense. It's got a canvas weave to it, but it's kind of got peaks and troughs of colour on it. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice, like it. If you like the idea of the canvas card, you are going to get 36 sheets. My goodness, for $14.99, that's brilliant value for money. Except that's not what you're going to be paying. You are going to be paying just £11.99. So if you like the idea of getting hold of this, 12 different colours, 3 sheets of each one of those. And if you like those, then the details are on your screen. Perfect for you to be working with.
Right, so for this flower, I would basically use the hot glue gun for speed. Now I have to, it's my fault. I didn't look
That's
this.
okay.
Wasn't turned on.
It was over there.
And then obviously we're just going to alternate. So with the hot glue gun, you would already have, you know, a second layer stuck on.
Yes.
But never mind. Never mind. I can give it to you, Hayley.
I like to have a purpose.
Yes. Hold it in the middle, and that would be lovely.
It gives me a purpose in life.
Yeah, that's it.
3/4 of the stock has gone. 75% of the stock. We've only got a quarter of what we started with available. Anne-Marie's back a little bit later on. I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening during that hour. So yeah, we might have to have a very impromptu meeting to make sure that we can bring you a fabulous show.
Thank you. What I'm doing with this particular flower, look, I'm actually bending my 5-petal solid flower to the back.
Okay.
Okay, and we've got 2 layers, large and small. And honestly, I love this one. So quick to do. but I'm waiting for the hot glue gun to actually be hot enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, hot glue gun is always good when it's hot.
Okay, and
Bless you.
that's that. Okay, so ideally, and again, let me see.
Is that warm enough yet?
No, not yet. Okay, so ideally, we need a little bit of glue.
We'll talk amongst ourselves. While I am busy doing my very important job of holding this little flower, I'm just going to mention the happy birthday wreath. Do you remember that one where you kind of got the scripted happy birthday featuring in there, that particular one? That one, we're down to single figures of that one, so the details are popped up on your screen. That's the one where it says happy birthday and almost like a scripted
I love this
font.
one.
That's really pretty. I like that
Well,
one.
again, this one I've designed to go with my other dies, like the dotty bubble circles. So it's just giving you a nice sort of wreath effect, but which you can obviously trim it in any place at any time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we found a solution. Okay, right. And my hot glue gun will be ready.
Lovely.
And now I'm just going to go back to this flower. Okay, so this is my, well, I don't know how to call it.
Rosette.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Little curved little flower.
Very pretty.
Okay, and now we're going to bring a little ornate center inside.
Okay, wonderful.
Right, so here they are, and let me just show you, even with our...
I love the spidery dies.
Gosh, honestly, Hayley, I love this one because this is the poinsettia stamen flower, and I'm just going to show you very quickly with this one. Okay.
And perfect with poinsettias, but what an amazing die to have to use all year round. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That
I love
looks
it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But as this one is my brand new and it's so delicate.
You're
it's
pulling
so
yourself
ornate.
away from that one.
Absolutely. So again, if you are going to curve your ornate one, just be very careful. It's really delicate.
Do you know what though? I think that's a nice one to snip into and use in all sorts of different ways.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget that we can actually snip out the individual element of the ornate flower
That's a good point,
and
yeah.
use them as a little elements coming off the floral arrangement.
Well,
okay?
this is it. You turn them into whatever you need them
there
to
you go.
be.
So you see what happens with this one? We can actually bring it
Oh, it's wrapping
behind.
around.
That's right. And this one is the largest one. So we can glue it, okay, behind. I'm actually not gluing it because I'm speedy.
Okay.
Little.
I know, can you believe it? It's nearly
I
only
know.
got 15 minutes
That's
left.
what I mean. I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking I would like to finish the card. So yeah, but you get the idea. You can
do.
obviously glue them. Oh, I mean, you don't have
That is
to.
so, look at
because
that.
it's very
I mean, how
pretty.
pretty is that? That is beautiful.
Okay, and now I'm just going to remove this one very
Gorgeous.
quickly. So this one is the less obvious, however.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody fold petals back like that.
Oh, thank you, Hayley. I mean, sometimes the product just speaks to you, doesn't it, really?
Well, this is true. And it's all about experimenting and playing and taking the time to get to know the things that you've bought, that you spent your money on.
This,
so, yeah.
this flower, I call it a ribbon flower. I don't
Yes.
know why.
Well, it kind of, yeah, that makes sense.
But, you know, you've got the back bits. If I didn't put the pegs on to attach it, I would have basically, I would have had my petals slightly curved, okay? But that's okay. You can still see how lovely and cute this flower is.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
So now we have 3 flowers, obviously, and we've got
Already?
slightly different
So that's
arrangement.
3. That's kind of the not the obvious, because it's got
Yeah.
different combinations, but you've got 3 variations on that die. So, Ellie, you just said, oh dear, what was that all about? What's happened? Tell me. We've got 10% of the stock left. With all these people who've got it in their baskets, you need to check your basket out. If you wanted to get hold of it very, very quickly before we kind of see the construction of the card, because it is going to go, it is going to sell out. If it's not going to sell out live, it will sell out certainly in the break and certainly before we see Anne-Marie back a little bit later on. You've got a trio of dies. You've got your large die at the back. That is the foundation die that is going to allow you to cut your weaving. It's a weaving plate, so it's going to use that. You can use it in things like your mats and layers, but the idea and the concept that we're seeing coming together is cutting it direct into your card. Then, of course, you've got the fabulous wheat detail elements that you've got there and the gorgeous scalloped flower, which is the only way you can get hold of it now, that scalloped flower. $49.99. It's flying out. It is going to sell out. If it's in your basket and you want it, you need to be checking your basket out. Thank you to everybody that's checked out so speedily. You can kind of relax a little bit. But before we do anything else, can we just have a quick look at what Anne-Marie is up to? Because she's trimming off the weave on the card that she's working with. And she's working so speedy because I don't want to miss it.
It would be nice to actually, you know,
yeah,
put the card together.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, okay, at this point you have a choice whether your envelope has to take your A5 blank card only, okay, or whether you have some room in an envelope,
in a box or something.
You have a box, exactly. So when you close this card, okay, the back bit to the front, you see from the back this straight line here.
Oh, yes.
And that's your indication, okay, where you could trim all this excess of strips.
Okay.
Okay, but I actually like to sort of alter them a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's why I'm doing, obviously, slightly shorter, slightly longer sort of effect.
That's nice.
So,
gives it an organic feel. Nice, like it.
That's right. Okay, and there you go. So, and we do very quickly the same effect here at the front. So, there you go. So we just cut up. Now, if at any point you come to realize, no, do you know what? I actually prefer it to be straight. Well, you still have.
You can still go down afterwards.
Option to
yeah,
actually,
that's good,
exactly.
5 opportunities. That's all that we've got left, folks.
5 sets.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there might be a little, impromptu meeting when we finish the show.
Wow. Well, thank you to everyone, really. Okay, so this is my weaving plate, and very quickly, let's say, okay, at this point, if you wanted to add some color, okay, and I have a beigey one, and just very quickly, so the ink.
It's just an oxide you're using?
Yeah, that's it. So the inking up, I left it for my second demo, really, but I just want to, I want you to see, obviously, that, okay, a little bit of color.
Nice.
It's obviously can be added, whether it's pink, yellow, etc. Okay, so now on to flower card assembly. Okay, so let's go into my sprigs.
Wonderful.
So I'm going to use the ones that I already sort of inked up.
Just to give you a bit of a time check, we've probably got about 8 minutes or so left.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to, I like my sprigs and stuff to be sort of curved a little bit, so I'm just going to give that a little thing. And I also have the leaves adornments die cut in the Crackle card collection.
Perfect.
So they are nicely matching.
Wonderful. What time are you back on our
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, so yes, do make sure you tune in at 8 o'clock as well.
So these leaves actually, some of them you're getting in the cluster of 2, 3. You could, of course, separate them if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm getting few ready, and I can always add some more.
Okay.
I also have dotty falls here, and I have the actual main sprigs as well. But, okay, let's crack on with my base card. I'm just going to place a little bit of natural fibre here. Okay, I'm just going to bring other bits to it. Okay, so let's begin with the flowers, right? So my flower is going to go here. That's the main one. So my smaller flowers are going to go slightly above this one, okay? Now, at the same time, I also have, of course, dotty bubble circles.
Yes, of course,
which are here. Okay, right?
Nice, yeah.
And I also have a happy birthday
I don't know if you've still got the happy birthday one. Is that still available? Is that gone? Oh, there's only one left of the happy birthday circle. So, yeah, you could do that.
Well, well, I can actually, the beauty about that particular set is that you're getting so many of them, and you could actually change it into smaller dotty bubble circle and larger message. You have a choice.
Yes.
Now, I'm only doing it very quickly right now, but I could have trimmed here and there and added this particular thing to my base, to my arrangement at any time. So let's just begin a floral arrangement.
And now, if you like the idea of the weaving set, the details on your screen, we've got one opportunity left, that's it. From the huge amount of stock that we had, is it just one of the bauble as well? Oh, you popped it up on the screen. Sorry, yes, I can see there. So the bauble, if you want the bauble, the details are there on your screen. But the set of the 3 weaved, is that the set of 3? There's only one left, did you say? Wow, okay. That's going to go. That is going to sell. Ooh. Okay. I'll finish at 5, so it's nothing to do with me.
So my second one is going to go here, right?
Lovely, isn't
Okay,
this pretty?
right. So the same flower, and yet, well, the same die, different
It
flower.
looks like you would have to buy different die sets for all of them.
Absolutely. And this one will go just here, okay? Right. Isn't that lovely?
Beautiful.
And now we're going to bring, obviously, the our greenery. So I'm just lifting the back of my flower here, so I will have an easy access to that. All right, and now just very, very quickly, let's use some of the leaves, and I'm just going to pop. Right.
Now, if you're wanting the leaves, don't forget we have got these dies available. We will cover them a little bit later on, but this particular set, if you're wanting to go for these, are your leaf adornments. They are available at $14.99.
Amazing. Okay, so just each time pick up the petal, and that's where we place it.
Yes,
You can very easily just start with only one or two sort of leaves to begin with. And then obviously you could play what else you want to add to it. But obviously we've got our beautiful sprigs, and some of them obviously are inked up already.
Gorgeous.
And let's not forget that with this particular sprig, even though it's joint, you could actually stagger as well.
Okay, yes.
So look, by staggering, I can literally apply 1 drop of glue, okay, and bring it to the mix here. There you go.
Well done, Sarah. You have now completed your purchase. Congratulations, Anne-Marie, your first sellout on Hobby Maker. So that is the weaving set that you've gone for. We've changed the details on the screen to the other dies that have been used within the demonstration. Obviously, we need to have a chat about what happens at 8 o'clock when Anne-Marie is back again. But thank you for embracing Anne-Marie and Anne-Marie Design so much. We've not said goodbye yet, though, so stay where you are. You're okay. You
Okay,
can carry on.
amazing. Thank you.
We have got a couple of things that we do need to do before we say goodbye to you as well. So I'm going to let Anne-Marie continue adding her embellishments to her beautiful card. Don't forget, if you have emailed in today as part of our competition, we have got the video ready. So just before we kind of continue with the demonstration, just while the little bits are being added in, let me show you what happened to the Joker. So it started off with our lovely Kat. So Kat is holding our Joker, as you can see there. The whole team there turned their cards over, and then the Joker went on a bit of a journey. But where did that Joker end up? Being passed from side to side to side to side, and then I think it ended up with our favourite crafter of all, the fabulous Julie. Did you have it? She did indeed, #1. So, Mary, congratulations. Thank you very much. That fabulous prize draw is on its way to you. So, thank you for sending us all your details. And the good news is more of the fun continues tomorrow. Thank you. So many of you did take part in that. Lots of you got the correct answer. I think, yeah, you were very beady-eyed. You were watching very closely. So, thank you. And do keep your eye open. There'll be more of those kind of things coming up.
Fabulous.
This looks gorgeous, Anne-Marie.
Right, so what I'm doing now, I'm actually, if you look at the design from the rose, Blissful Rose, we have these lovely written messages that you can read, basically. But what you're getting the black sort of font, and you're getting a little bit of colour. So all I'm doing is removing that element with a script as if I'm sending a message, okay, and just bringing it into my arrangement. So it's very delicate. All them colours, they really beautifully.
They're all gorgeous colours that you've chosen.
Yeah.
And I can see these complement all of the other papers.
They
like
do.
The canvas
They
card
do,
and everything
Hayley.
that we were
Yes,
looking at as well.
absolutely.
Look at those, aren't they gorgeous?
Absolutely.
Excuse my fingers in the way. Aren't they pretty? Really pretty. Details are on your screen if you're wanting those. They're only $11.99, so definitely worth going for. Really pretty designs. And as Anne-Marie said, you've got some scripted detail in there. Say something, but it says nothing. So you can use it in loads of different projects.
Exactly.
Love it. Beautiful. $11.99. Lots of you shopping for those. Don't blame you. Don't blame you in the slightest.
So there you go. Just a few more sprigs.
Gorgeous.
Obviously, ideally, I could obviously play with the detail here and there, because obviously this part is my favourite part.
Do it so well.
Basically. Okay, let's just add a little dragonfly.
Lovely.
Okay, just very quickly, and then I will obviously carry on with some twigs. But just to give you an idea, basically, that what you can.
Love it. The dragonfly die, that was one of 3 dragonflies that was featuring in one little die set. So it's nice because you could have multiples in there, couldn't you, if you wanted to. So continuing that gorgeous scalloped flower edge. This one is limited stock as well. So yeah, you're shopping for all sorts today. So yeah, that's the details on your screen if you're wanting that particular one. Beautiful.
Right, and I have this gigantic
look at
pearl that is going inside my
what a
bow
lovely
flower.
idea.
And then we're just going to add another smaller centre inside of this one.
Elegant card. Isn't that beautiful?
Okay, so we've got 3 different flowers and we have 3 different centres and we have 3 different shades of flowers as well. And of course I will then, hopefully everybody's getting, obviously I'm nearly done, but I would like some more twigs, wheat sprigs here, running down here.
Fine,
so I've got my white ones, so obviously now I would like to add some
I have to say as well, just as more details being added to the card, obviously we'll be saying goodbye to Anne-Marie until 8 o'clock because she's back with the lovely Rosie in a little while, who is in the crafty sidelines. She's going to be here in just a few moments. We have had so many lovely messages. Hopefully you'll go back and watch the show and you'll see them popping up on the screen. I didn't reference them.
Where do I watch them?
So you can go back and watch this show for the next 7 days. It will be on our Facebook page, not Facebook, the website.
Right.
Just go into the schedule. And then you can also watch it on our YouTube channel as well.
Oh, amazing.
The YouTube channel, it's there forever. Held forever.
Yes.
It's only 7 days on the website. But loads of messages, just like this lovely one from Where Am I, Diane. What an awesome treat to see Anne-Marie back on our television. Loads of lovely messages welcoming you back to our screens.
Thank you. I must say I received a lot of love on my own Facebook from my customers. So thank you to everyone who...
It's good to have her back, isn't it? Back on our screens.
It's nice to feel love, I must say. So no, I do really appreciate it.
Well, we've done it purely selfishly because we've been missing out on all of this gorgeousness. So, yeah.
Thank you. So basically, okay, so this is where I am at this point. I mean, I would also add a little, you see, what I did here, even though I've got my beigey sort of flowers, but by adding a sort of grey colour into the arrangement, I'm actually going to give myself a grey.
A little bit of time. We've only got about 30 seconds left, but hopefully we'll get this in place. But I like that idea, picking out one of the papers to bring in something else. Clever idea.
Now we're going to add, so let me just very quickly do, my bow is probably too, no, I like longer bows.
That's okay.
Yeah, because you see, this A5 blank card is like really going this way, so I need my bow to...
Look at all that curliness, love it. Yeah. Don't forget, Anne-Marie is going to be back at 8 o'clock this evening. I will see you, I'm actually here on, where am I, Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm here from 6 in the morning on Saturday doing Sewing Street, and then I'll be here through until 10 o'clock on the night. So I might need a little bit of support. So I do hope you can join us.
Okay,
that is gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful?
Okay.
Do take advantage of all of those goodies that are left, but please do check out your basket speedily because we're going to get even busier in the next hour because Mr. Phil Martin is back again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your first show with us. Hopefully we'll see many, many more. We'll certainly see you at 8 o'clock.
Thanks, Hayley.
See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.